What it do? What it do? Beautiful Sunday morning. We here. My name is Bandit. I'm here with my group of villains, and we're here to talk about the Lions Bears game. You know what we do? How we start off every show. Introduce my villains and let them know who you is. Oh, some of the screen.
What it do, baby?
Then they let them know who you is though.
What up? It's your boy Day, aka DaeDae. Go Lions and fuck the Bears. Let's go.
Keegan, let them know who you is.
What's up, kneecap
Yo,
villain Keegan in the house? We are live right now. Let's do this. Lions and Bears, let's go.
for sure.
Getting that for
My
sure.
brother from another mother who parents don't know each other. Mike, let them know who it is though.
What up, y'all? It's Mike. Y'all know y'all can find me on Twitter all day at @1pride_JR.
He was a special guest last week, but he back again. Leo, let him know what it is though.
What up? This is Big Leo from Cali. Just right here, gonna peep some Lions versus Bears. Let's go.
And the next person I'm introducing, man, it's his first time on here, man. I worked with him on Jeremy's platform, man. Great Lions analyst, man. Main event Mike, let him know what it is, though.
Main event Mike, representing Detroit Lions Villain Squad. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, we're blessed to have you on here, man. I appreciate that, man. Oh, first thing we're going to talk about, man, let's go back last week, you feel me, when the Lions went up to, what's that, Las Vegas? I mean, not Las Vegas, L.A.?
Los Angeles.
And beat the Chargers by 3 points, man. Go ahead, get a little summary on what happened in the game, man.
Well, it was a good game, back and forth battle. Kind of what I really honestly expected. Yeah, I mean, there was. Wow, what do I want to say here? It was nice to see that we can win in a shootout, but I don't want to have to play like that each and every week. We can't expect to win like that every week in a shootout. I mean, Herbert is a top tier quarterback, so I kind of expected that, and he made some unbelievable throws. But then Goff and that running game was out of control last week, man. I mean, we just ran up and down the field on those guys.
When the last time
And
we could
then
say a Lions team had a beautiful running game like that, though, from both players? It brought tears in my eyes. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like it was a proud father to see the stepchild finally make it. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. It was beautiful. Keegan, what was your final assessment on the game last week?
I'm going to say a win's a win. Defensively, it was an ugly win, but we came out on top.
I feel you. Leo, man, what was your assessment of the game last week, man?
Yeah, I think that we're right there in it. Obviously, defensively, we got to kind of shore some stuff up. But look, man, like that quarterback over there on that other side in Herbert, man, he's real deal, bro. And so I think it should give us a confidence that we can kind of hang. Our team could hang with those teams with good quarterbacks, but. You just don't want to sit there and see the shootouts week in and week out.
it's not
Hey, it was a
sustainable.
shootout, you feel me? And we brought our pistol, you feel me? At least we didn't come there, with no ammo or something, you feel me? We did come there prepared. Mike, man, I'm gonna call you main event Mike, and I'm gonna call him Mike because we got two Mikes on the show. You feel me? You main event, you feel me? Mike, man, what was your assessment of the game, brother?
Hey, shootouts are cool and fun to watch. If I think St. Brown said it. They said they're cool if you win, but they're cool to watch if you win. Like, you can't. I agree with DaeDae. You can't be getting in shootouts all the time with these good quarterbacks. So they're gonna have to figure that out on the defensive side. But at least this time, Ben Johnson was ready because that Ravens game, he was not.
Yeah, he left his pistol in the car at the Ravens game, man. He came
Yeah,
with a
he had
slingshot, got
a
tore up.
fucking. He came out with a butter knife against Baltimore.
Hit all good, like Dennis the Menace, you feel me? Main event, Mike, man, what was your assessment of the game, man?
Well, over 10 years since the Lions went out to the West Coast and won a game. I don't care how they won it. that is awesome. And a couple things nobody's talking about this week is Riley Patterson, ice water in his veins to hit that game winner. And Dan Campbell, balls of steel, 4th down. For what? For what reason? For one reason only, to win the game. Right? He goes for it on 4th down to get his kicker in a better position and to run that clock down and don't give Justin Herbert a chance because he is badass. And, Riley Patterson, remember the kicker duel that we had in training camp? They knew the other guy had a much bigger leg, but Riley Patterson was money inside 40 yards. And Dan Campbell hedged his bet and said, I know my kicker's going to come through within 40 yards. And he placed his bet. We're seeing Campbell grow as a coach. And that's my biggest takeaway from the game.
I think they went for it on that 4th down right there because they knew their defense couldn't hold water in a bucket, man.
Right.
I mean, he's like, I'm not giving this to my offense or my defense. I'm letting my offense win this game.
I wish he would have had the same mentality against Seattle instead of playing for the tie at the end.
I was just getting ready to say that. He was aggressive when he needed to be aggressive. He didn't go conservative.
Yeah, I agree with both of y'all. Main event is right on the money with that because that was my biggest problem in that Seattle game. You can't be aggressive until it gets to the end, and now you don't want to be aggressive. You want to choose to go to overtime. He should have stayed with that, and I'm loving the fact that he stayed with it with the Chargers.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they didn't play conservative either, bro. Like, they had the game, by the next, just end it off. You feel me? Like, why sit there and play with it? It's like an animal playing with his food. You feel like kill it, man. It's just in the game, bro. So, man, let's talk about this week, man. Some news happened before, this game. We went and picked up somebody who picked up Bruce Arians, signed him to the practice squad. Got a question. We'll start with you, man, a bit, Mike. What do you see Bruce Arians bringing to this team, if anything?
Well, he's going to be the only player on the defense with a Super Bowl ring. And if you think that doesn't mean anything to those players, it does. Okay? That veteran presence. He's been in the big games. He's made big plays, and that's the kind of intangible thing you can't put your finger on. It's not a physical attribute. It's something that your presence brings into the locker room, and I think it's going to be very helpful for the Lions. I don't even know if he makes a lot of big plays at 36 years old, but he's going to bring a presence to that locker room and a championship mentality that might be a big factor for some of these young players.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I said it. I've been saying it all week. Atlanta did this same type of move back in what year did they go? What year did the Falcons go to the Super Bowl?
Was that 18?
18? Yeah. They brought in Dwight Freeney. 30s, right? He was in his 30s as well. Brought him in to mentor the young guys, was able to elevate Vic Beasley from pretty much a mediocre player to a 15.5 sack guy that year, just based off his mentorship. He didn't make many big plays either, and I think that's going to be the same type of role that Urban plays here. I think he's going to be more of a locker room guy, and he's cheap. I think we got him on a vet minimum, to be honest. So we're not paying him Michael Brocker's money to be a cheerleader. So I really do think this is a very underrated move. A lot of fans are like, well, we had a chance to get this guy and that guy and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But we go out and sign a 36-year-old undersized pass rusher who ain't played since last year. Sometimes it's not all about what you can do on the field. It's what you can do in the locker room. And that's a big part of what you can contribute as a player. So I think I like the move a lot, actually.
I think they understand.
I respect that. Keegan, where you... My bad. Go ahead, Leo. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead, man.
I think that they clearly understood that James Houston's presence is being missed. Like he's that pass rush on the other side of Hutch, bro. Like it is very key. We talked about it all throughout the whole week in the group chat. It's his presence being felt. Now he's running on the sidelines. We just got an injury report this week about him, but it sounds like it's going to be like at least a minimum of 3-4 weeks before he even gets back on the field. So, I mean, I think he takes up that role, and it's desperately needed.
There you go.
So that's my spiel.
All right, Keegan, what do you think Bruce Irvin going to bring to this team, my man? If anything.
I think main event Mike. I agree with main event Mike and Leo. Irvin is a nice vet. Is a nice vet presence for that locker room that we needed, and Houston hurt, we don't have anyone on that other side. So I feel like Irvin will be that guy that comes in and gives Hutch that other guy, or we just play as a whole, defense and end up playing great, because this Irvin signing is going to help our defense in the long run. And we won't know it now, but we will know when he's given that he's given that leadership role and teaching the youngins. You never know. Down the line, you could see Pashko even next year when he's gone. We could see Pashko step into that role.
Mike, before I ask you how you feel about the Bruce Irvin signing, now last week you said that them not going out making a trade at the trade deadline was telling you one thing, right? They was not going for a Super Bowl this year. I think they went. This is my personal thought, and I'm gonna let y'all get your mic. My personal thought is this was a hey fans, shut the hell up. Like I brought somebody in, like. Can y'all please leave me alone? It may not be the person that y'all want, but I did bring somebody in so y'all can get off my back. But like I said, I wouldn't be Super Bowl or bust. You feel me? Because hey, we deserve this as Lions fans. But Mike, do you still think they're not gonna make the Super Bowl? And same question: what do you see coming out of Bruce Irvin this year?
So first, the Super Bowl comment, like, could they still make it? Yes, but like I said, the trade deadline they made it harder. Like when you got teams that's up there at the top of the NFC with you, like the Eagles, Seahawks, and Niners, and they all make moves to get better, and you choose to stand pat or just grab a DPJ. Like you made it harder for yourself to get to that NFC Championship, that Super Bowl game. Is it possible that you can still get there? Yes, it's still possible. You just made it harder. But we don't have to be Super Bowl bust at this point in a journey anyway. So it's not the biggest deal in the world. I was just saying if they would have made the move, that would have told me more. So okay, we really going for it this year. But I ain't mad at it because Brad's gonna do what he does in the draft, and hopefully this offseason we get an impact guy on free agency too. But as far as Bruce Irving, I agree. I can agree with what main event and DaeDae is saying. Like I think he's gonna bring a veteran leadership to the locker room. But as far as like to play on the field, don't really expect much there. Like he was out the league, not really doing much anyway. So Campbell already said he's gonna have to get in football shape. He's in shape, but he's not in football shape. So it's gonna be a bit anyways before they could get him on the field. So as far as on the field product, not really expecting much, but can he lead the guys in the locker room and probably get some tips here and there? Sure, I can agree with that. And that's really all I got on that.
How soon do you think we see him, man? I think we see him after.
That you gonna argue with me?
How soon do we see him?
Yeah, I say after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think so too, man. Look, man, I think ideally you want to sit there and kind of bring him along, but the reality is that the pass rush just sucks. So you need him. So it's like, yeah,
right. Yeah, I can agree with that. Probably.
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, my bad. I can agree with that. Like probably after the Thanksgiving game, because Campbell said it's going to be a bit, but they need to get him in football shape. So, yeah, I could see earliest probably being after the Green Bay game for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing they don't talk about is what a dog Bruce Irvin was in his career. 55 sacks, a number one draft choice, but he also had a ton of personal fouls. Bruce Irvin, the only NFL player ever ejected from a Super Bowl. So, he got a dog in him. That's going to fit. That's going to fit what the Lions do. And I know a lot of people are down on Brad for not going out and getting like Jason Pierre-Paul or whatever, but this is the kind of guy that's going to be a Lions fit, right? That dog in him, that fiery loves football. Here he is, 36 years old, made tons of money in this league, but he still wants to play. And I think that speaks volumes to the kind of players that Brad Holmes wants to put on this team.
Yeah, actually, I didn't think of it from that angle, but yeah.
That nastiness, that dog in him.
We've been screaming that as Lions fans. We needed that nastiness, that dog on that line. Because Hutch is a good player, great player. Well, I'll say good player at this point, but he doesn't have that nastiness in him. You know what I mean? Like Hutch strikes me as a nice guy.
Yeah, Bruce Irvin's 6'3", 250. That kind of lines up
He's
with
running like a wild barracuda sometimes, man. He be looking crazy though. Like,
I see something. They said he runs.
I played this.
Hutch rushes like he's fucking Luigi from Mario Brothers. Way he runs.
He was running like Gilligan last week during that game. He was running like Gilligan to the sideline though. DaeDae, you hear me? Last week during that Chargers game, we was getting subbed out. He was running like Gilligan to the sideline though. So I ain't know what. He's like exhausted, like he's about to pass out, bro.
Yeah, he was looking crazy when he ran to that sideline.
Bro, he looked like he shit his pants. He was like fucking wild shit.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
He's at like the top of your TV screen. He's just about to get out, and you see him fucking waddling, bro. I'm like, damn, you all right, Hutch?
They thought he was hurt. The announcers thought he was hurt at first. You know, he was just out of gas.
Hutch is hurt.
And the crazy part was, you couldn't tell if he was hurt or if he was out of gas because it looked like it was either or. Like as soon as the second half started, like it looked like he wasn't even fresh anymore.
He took a helmet to the hip.
Yep. And that
You ever
Carolina
play basketball and you get that you get that knee right to the thigh and it hurts like hell and you kind of but you could still keep playing, but boy, I bet he was sore the next day.
That reminds me like when my little 4-year-old would jump on me and drop his knee into my leg or my back. It's like, fuck, man, I couldn't imagine a 6'3", 250 guy doing that to me.
You just told the whole world you be getting beat by a 4-year-old, but we ain't gonna tell nobody.
Hey, look, my son beats my fucking ass. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'd be sore.
I got one up on DaeDae. My little 3-year-old daughter does the same thing, bro.
Yeah, bro. Kids are ruthless.
Kids know they better come at me in groups.
He said he's swing on kids.
Hey, so did the Lions make a run? Did the Lions make a run at Jason Pierre-Paul?
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything saying they did.
Only because Pro Football Reference says is just saying that right after the Jason Pierre-Paul signing with the Saints, that's when the Lions signed Bruce Irvin. So I just wonder if they were both trying to sign him.
I do remember them saying he had a few suitors. I do remember that. I remember them saying that, but other than that, I haven't heard anything.
Right, they didn't name.
As of
they didn't name the suitors.
Well,
as of right now, the Pierre-Paul situation is all talks. I haven't heard anything confirming that we even talked to Pierre-Paul.
Like I said, I feel like they didn't get the person that they wanted, and the people was crying, so they just made a little move. It's not nothing that was gonna cost them not lose no draft picks. Just a little small investment. If it check out, check out. If it don't, you ain't lose that much. You can just keep pushing on. That's how I feel it was.
I think if the draft wasn't in Detroit next year, we probably would have made a bigger move.
I didn't even think of that. I think they were unwilling to give up those picks, probably because of that, bro.
Oh yeah, that's house money. That's house money. Yeah,
I mean, it probably didn't play a huge factor in it, but it's still in the back of their mind. Like, this is in our city. This could be a very good, like, I guess, PR move. You know, especially for those high picks.
Yeah,
you know,
to change the whole perspective. To change the whole perspective. How the city of Detroit. You feel me? Like Detroit is on the upper rise right now, so they could bring that, get the money coming in too. That's a big money making situation. They weren't gonna give up no picks on that.
Okay, inactives just came out. You want to do that, Bandit?
What's up? The inactives just came out.
Just came out. Yeah.
Injury report. Go ahead, Leo. Take over.
Isaiah Buggs is out. Stephen Gilmore is out. Antoine Green is out. Jonah Jackson is out. Broderick Martin is out. Trevor Nowaski is out. And Levi Onwuzurike.
Jesus Christ, man.
Well,
So
we know
yeah.
Martin and Gilmore are healthy scratches.
So Khalif is not on the injury report?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Khalif is playing.
Okay, well, I'm definitely not putting any money on JMO then.
Yeah, I was going to, I forgot because we moved the conversation along, but I looked it up. It looked like he fully practiced the last couple of days.
Okay.
The thing that sticks out to me is that you got Buggs and Broderick Martin both out, so that's the center of the defense, and so it makes sense because what's the kid that they just brought up yesterday?
Nowaski?
No. They brought up some dude who used to play for the Cowboys.
Yeah, 6'3", 330.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
They were just talking about him last night. I forgot his name.
The two guys that we brought up was Quentin Bohanna and
That's
Connor
him.
Galvin.
That's him, huh? Did it?
Bohanna. Yeah, Bohanna's the guy they brought up, the D lineman.
Yeah. So that guy's
that
gonna be in the middle.
So Leo, one more time.
Hold on, Neil. That kind of leaves the center of our D line wide open, man.
Yeah.
Wide open. I mean, Aleem's gonna have to play today. Aleem's gonna have to show up today with Buggs and Martin.
Linebackers gonna have to play today.
At least Benito, Aleem, and Bohanna.
Look, bro. Benito is not good.
No, he's not.
When it comes to
what was you saying, Mike?
He's good. He's good at penetration, but he's not good at like holding stout on the run, bro. He was getting bullied by the Raiders.
Nope.
It's unless we slide Kaminsky into D tackle.
Yeah,
they could make that move too. Yeah, they could do that too. I've seen them do that.
But he don't. Let's be honest, man. It's like since he lost that club on his hand, man, Kaminsky ain't been the same player, bro. The same person that we signed, man. Like when he had that club on, you feel me? He was getting things done. It's like took a seat back.
Let's go break his hand.
But Mike, man, I heard what you started to say something. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, man. What was you saying?
Oh, that's right. I said what Keegan said there. They could slide Kaminsky or even Pascal in to shore up the middle of the D line.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still small. Like you can't run that defense out on first down. You know what I mean? Trying to stop the run. That's still a light line. They need a heavy guy in there. But hopefully that kid from the Cowboys is, you know what I mean, kind of anchors the middle of that defense.
He's gonna have to. Have to.
Yeah. So just to kind of go over the inactives again, it's Isaiah Buggs, Stephen Gilmore, Antoine Green, Jonah Jackson, Broderick Martin, Trevor Nowaski, and Levi Onwuzurike.
I got to jump off, Bandit, and go to work. Thanks so much for having me, guys.
Hey, we appreciate you, man. Mike. Good looking out, Mike.
Thanks for stopping through.
Come on to the show Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Detroit Lions Villain Squad. It's the NFC North Open mic. Y'all should come out Mondays at 7 Eastern. Thanks again for having me, guys. God bless you. Go Lions.
Go Lions.
God bless you too.
So we're
gonna talk about. Go ahead,
Neil. No, keep the show running. Go ahead.
Go ahead, run it, man. You got it, Dave.
I was gonna ask. What are we? Okay, so with Buggs and Broderick not in there. I mean, Broderick really ain't been a factor all year anyway. But with that middle of that line being so light, what are we expecting on the defense today? I mean, what are we expecting?
You know what I'm expecting? Our linebacker core to step up. When you missing big holes in the middle of your defense like that, Anzalone, put your head down and go. Barnes, put your head down and go. Campbell, just drop back in coverage and guard the tight end. That's all I want to see. You feel me?
I was going to say
you have to. I mean, what'd you say, Keegan?
I was going to say Cam shutdown has to come up big because we have to be able to stop DJ Moore.
In order to stop DJ Moore, though, we got to get pressure We have to get Fields. We have to get in Fields' grill and fuck him up. And Fields holds the ball for a long time. I mean, Mike, what did we blitz last week? You said you had the numbers. What did we blitz last week?
Yeah, I watched all 22 last night. I counted about 32%.
30% of the defensive snaps were blitz. You think we upped that number today?
Ain't that the season?
That was for
the season average.
That was for all the. That was I don't have the season average. I didn't see any new graphs come out, but I didn't. That was for all the dropbacks though. I wasn't counting versus the run, but all the dropbacks,
Okay.
they blitzed them about 32%. I took 3 of them off because it was flags on about 3 of those plays that didn't even count. So yeah, but I got about 32 with my count.
Yo, Big T, Broderick is out.
I think we're gonna have to do that more today. We're gonna have to if we can neutralize their run game today. You have to make Fields one-dimensional, and I like our chances if Fields is throwing the ball. I do. So our pass rush is gonna have to show up today, and I think AG's got to get creative today. Fields can't read a defense all that well.
You brought us ready to the next topic, man. Go ahead. I said, Daddy, you brought us ready to the next topic. Go ahead, keep going.
Fields don't really
You got this, Chief.
read a defense all that well. So if you can make him one-dimensional and have him and those receivers outside of DJ Moore, they really don't really have a weapon. Maybe Cole Kmet. But if you make Fields one-dimensional, I like our chances a lot more.
They got a St. Brown brother over there, though.
And they have a single brother.
Are either one of them active today?
Oh, man. They got the bad little, I ain't going to say that. They got the little, everybody, he in one class, the whole little brother. You feel what I mean? Like,
the Bears just have the
let him
little
pass
brother.
because his brother did. I don't know.
What did the Bears do best? What did the Bears do best? They run the ball best. What do we do best on defense? Stop the run.
Stop the run. So, Keegan, man, what is your keys for Hutchinson and his Lions defense to stop this Bears offense, man?
I'm going to say we saw Hutchinson all over the place last time we played the Bears. We need to do that same thing. Hutchinson needs to rush that pass, or when needed to, drop back in coverage and wait. Just in case the Fields tries to run.
Mike, same question, man. What's the keys for Hutchinson and his Lions defense to stop this Bears offense?
The keys is shutting down Fields in the run game. Like I don't know what the Bears are going to come out and do. Are they going to try to do what they did in the first 4 games, is make him a passer, or are they going to try to give him some design runs and let him get out there and have the option to run on some of those plays with a rollout or something? So that's the key is going to be keeping him contained in the run game, keeping him in the pocket, forcing him to throw. And then when you get pressure on him, you got to get him down because he can be just as shifty as anybody. So that would be my keys.
A lot of people forget about Fields is he's a big dude. Fields is a big guy.
Leo, what's your keys for it?
I think my keys is tackling.
He's from the University of Ohio State.
Look,
I knew he was going to get Ohio State.
Tackling?
Yeah. Look, to DaeDae's point, Fields is a big dude, and their tackling just needs to be on point. They're gonna throw like a lot of screen stuff. I mean, them dudes, those little ass receivers will sit there and run up and down the sidelines. So tackling's got to be on point. That's something that has to on top of the rush game. So
I'm gonna say on top of that, what was it on his throwing thumb or his other thumb that Fields got hurt?
His throwing hand. I believe it was his throwing hand.
So it's his throwing hand. So, cool question is, how well is he gonna be able to grip that ball?
They said he was gripping it pretty well in practice. That's why he's back active.
Yeah, and also with Hutch, both of the Bears tackles are hurt. So Hutch could end up having a game today because he's not getting. Because he's not going against a top 10. He's not even going against the top 30 tackle.
Listen, can we stop? I'm about to make a lot of people mad. It's been so many games where they got a backup offensive tackle or backup this, that. Hutchinson should have this. Hutchinson should, and don't do it. So don't say because there's a backup there that he's gonna produce. Because Seattle had a backup and he didn't do nothing. Like who else was
That
it?
whole
There was a
line
couple other
versus
teams.
Seattle was a backup offensive line. Hutch didn't do shit.
Like
Backup tackle,
not a
backup
dang
guard,
thing, like,
backup
so-
everything.
Yeah,
You
hey,
can't say
that's
it's
why I've
all-
stopped talking about it. When we go up against
we're gonna talk about
backups
it
now,
today. Like,
after-
go ahead.
not in the sense that you're talking about it, but talking about like some people would be like, "Oh, we're playing against backups. Hutch is going to eat." Not necessarily the case because after that Seattle game, I never bring up they got backups anymore. You got to go out there and show me because they had 2 backup tackles, and we were thinking we were going to wreak havoc. We ain't did nothing in that Seattle game. I think we wound up getting 1 sack, and that was a sack that Gino gave to us with Anzalone because Gino's trying to run the clock out as much as he can. He finally wound up taking the sack. Like they didn't do nothing against those backup tackles and a backup center.
But if you, I'm going to say, if you think about it, when Hutch
Who did
is
not ask
not
about?
double teamed,
Okay. Oh, we're on offense now. We're going offense.
when Hutch is not double teamed,
Go ahead, Keegan. Go ahead.
he
Go ahead, Keegan.
should be able to get, when he's not double teamed, he should get back there against against a bench tackle. But when he's double teamed and he's getting held, he is still gonna have troubles.
I will say that on the behalf of Hutch.
See,
He
this
does
is why-
get held a lot. He gets held a lot, and it's not called. Like there are some plays where it's like blatantly obvious, or it's either blatantly obvious or I don't know what the hold is anymore, and he's not getting the calls. But
See,
other
this
than
is
that,
where
I
I
mean,
disagree with y'all.
he has to win, and he's not winning.
Yeah.
See, this is why I disagree with you, DaeDae and Keegan. He was the number 2 overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
You look back in the great players, they had double teams, but they still produced. You feel me? Like, listen, he's not producing right now, man. And I love Aiden Hutchinson. You feel me? I love what he brought to Detroit. But right now, the man ain't producing, man. For real, like, you got to figure it a way out, man.
Also,
Or like
everyone
Mike said,
has. I was gonna say. Also, everyone has their slump. Maybe Hutch is just in the slump and just trying to get out of it, but he really can't.
That is
Listen,
true.
I agree with I agree with you guys. Like he needs to sit there and produce, but I don't think I think that if we keep talking like that, then the perception starts to be that we don't even like Hutch. And so I just want to sit there and say that like just because we critique Hutch doesn't sit there and mean that we don't like that player. Like he's a
100%.
hell of a player. So I just want to make that straight. You know what I mean? It's constructive criticism. And we know that he's more than what he's putting out because he's done it. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
exactly. We got high expectations for this man. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
it's like
1000%.
you go to the auto parts store and buying a part for your car, and it's generic and don't work right. You have some complaints about it. So,
It's like if you go to a restaurant that got all these great reviews and the food is dog shit, you're gonna have some complaints about it.
Yeah.
or a chick lying and tell you that she can cook, but just microwave dinners. Like,
Hey, what y'all be telling them when they can't cook, man? Y'all
So
be
what's the
honest with
key?
them.
Man, I eat slowly.
shit, your mama, you and your mama need to sit down and have. She did this to you, and then she let you walk out the house like this. So, like,
And then they gonna struggle through it.
Yeah. And if they ask me why you eat,
Then they crazy. He wanna die. He wanna die behind a plate of food. That's crazy.
Oh damn, Dave.
He said anything to get the cat,
I
man.
won't eat the whole thing. I'll stop halfway through, but that first half I'll go with fucking slow. Drinking a lot, eating very slow.
He probably telling her this is the best shit in the world too.
No.
Lies.
No, you'll see it on my face that I think that shit's nasty. I won't hide it.
Oh man, Keegan, man, what's your keys to the game for golfing this offense, man?
Right now, run the ball, run them into submission. Once we're gonna run it, but once we get into those second and long or third and long downs, we're gonna pass the ball.
Man, I
Okay,
think
okay.
today, I think we go high flying. I think we're at home. This pass defense is fucking ass. I mean, it's like right there down at the bottom. And I think we come out high flying on offense today. I really do. I mean, we're at home. We ain't been at home, what, 2 weeks? Something like that. It's been like 2 weeks.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So,
how
we
you
got-
make it.
They got Donovan Peoples-Jones up for
Yeah.
today too. So
I'm not really expecting a whole lot out of him, if we're being like completely honest. I don't expect him to come in and be this like, huge factor. But if we can get some splash plays out of him, cool with it.
no, you know what I think, DaeDae, with him is that it allows him to take the deep routes on the sideline so that
I know what you're going at. Leo.
what's his name? Yeah,
Jamo.
Yeah, so Jamo could sit there and fly like all over the field, like especially in the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so like crossers, deep posts, and shit like that. Or
yes,
do you mean
deep over. Yep, especially that deep over route.
I'm gonna add on to Leo's comment there. I'm gonna say we saw JMO blocking, and out of DPJ when he was in the Browns, with the Browns, he was down there blocking too. So those two blocking downfield opens up for big plays for St. Brown and Laporta and the run game.
100%, 100%. I think we're high flying today. I think we're putting up like a
Mike,
40 burger today.
What's your keys?
What's the keys to what? I didn't even hear the
You
question.
just
My
put up
bad.
40 last week.
So what?
Yeah, so what's the keys to the offense?
Yeah, they didn't cut me off.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Oh wait, what did
Yeah, what's the
DaeDae
keys
say?
to
What did you say? That
I said this is.
he said we ain't gonna score.
No, I said we're high flying today, bro. I think we come out slinging the ball all over the place today.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I think we can throw the ball all over them. They do got a good rush defense, but hey, that's where a good rush O gonna meet a good rush D today on both sides of the ball. So it's just as good as we are on the run defense, allowing teams to have low rushes per game. They are just as good. So I mean, both those sides will get fought today, but I definitely think we can pass golf. This might be a game golf has 350.
Ooh,
I don't know where you're getting this run game with the Bears.
Oh, I like that. For my MVP, I like that.
We're going against Herbert, and Foreman is questionable. He's going to be a game time decision.
No, Foreman's active. I just got the notification. Foreman's
Oh,
active.
you did? Okay.
The Bears have a top 5 rushing game in the league.
Yeah, I was about to say because I'm looking at it right here.
Yeah,
we number 4, and they're number 5. So I mean, they're right behind us. And then on defense for rushes, they're number 2, we're number 3. So we're both top 5 in rushing defense and offense just as well as they are.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Foreman was active because last time I checked, they were saying he was still questionable.
And they're like what, 27th, 28th in pass defense?
Yeah, now pass defense. That's where I think we could take advantage of them because they're giving up. I think about 250 or something like that. But on the road, they're giving up an extra 50. On the road, they're giving up close to 300. So this could be a 300 plus, 350 plus game for golf for sure.
Let's go.
How do the Bears go against good tight ends? I haven't seen the actual stats.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I didn't look up the tight end stats on the Bears, so I can't give you that.
Because I think those linebackers are going to struggle with Laporta and St. Brown. So those two are going to have monster games in the passing game.
Yeah, I think this is an air it out, show it out. Again,
I do think they're going to try to get Monty like a couple touchdowns though, so that might take away from golf touchdowns a little bit. But we'll see how it shakes out.
I would say this is a Monty revenge game. I won't be surprised if he goes for 2 touchdowns and 100 yards.
I don't see. Now, I agree this is a Monty revenge game to a certain extent. I think we get like a smaller dosage of that revenge today, but then when we go to Chicago, that's when it's the Monty revenge game. Because he's going to want to do it back in Chicago after they let him walk. I think that's the big Monty game.
Yeah.
Bears fans are delusional when it comes to Monty.
I know they are. They're delusional when it comes to their pass defense, too. Did you see that?
Yeah, bro, they were trying to sit there and say that like our receivers are nothing, and like who is
Yeah.
that? They're like, bro, like that guy
They got
doesn't even
nothing.
deserve. He doesn't even deserve for me to sit there and say his name, bro. Come on, bro.
Said
What are you
nothing
doing?
special, nothing our DBs can't handle. You guys are ass.
Yeah,
You can't even handle.
we have two solid receivers, and Amon Ra and Reynolds. They only have one. They can't talk about receivers with us.
If you can get Mooney involved in the screen game, he's dangerous there. And then DJ Moore is DJ Moore.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah,
Cam's.
So Leo,
ahead,
man,
Leo.
we never got your keys to game for his offense. Gary off his off. What's your key to games, man?
I like it's gonna pretty much be this every week is that run game. Like and I think that our run game is probably the top two. Like with both of those backs rolling on all cylinders like that, and that O line and what they just did to the Chargers last week, I still think everything's gonna flow through the run game. David Montgomery for 2 touchdowns.
Yes. I think we're gonna have a good run game, but we're gonna have that hole at guard with Jonah out though.
No, see that. I don't know. I haven't seen what they're doing on the O line yet. But what I wanted was them to slide Glasgow in a Jonah spot, then slide Sorsdahl in for where Glasgow would be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or either or they both can play those two positions. So
Sorsdahl can't play right guard or left guard, excuse me. Whatever.
They also like that Awasika kid.
He's the backup this
Eagles.
week.
Is he hurt? Or is he healthy?
Yodi is hurt. Sorry,
on the
Leo.
injury report. He's Awasika's not on the injury report, but
Yeah. He's healthy, but he's at best backup this week.
I don't know. Sorsdahl looked pretty nasty when he came in when he started against the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
He started against the Raiders, yeah.
Yeah.
that's Dan Campbell's guy right there. Like Dan Campbell actually pointed him out in a presser, so that's Sorsdale is a Dan Campbell guy. So he's always going to be one of the top 6 or top 7 offensive linemen.
If Sorsdahl pans out, I could see him sliding into that starting spot if we lose Jonah.
No, that's when we'll re-sign Glasgow, and Glasgow will take Jonah's spot.
Yeah,
We
but
need
then
Jonah.
we get Glasgow, and then we don't have a starting left guard because we'll have
Sorsdahl. That's Sorsdahl.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, Glasgow slide over, Sorsdahl in.
Yeah.
That's what Sorsdahl was drafted to play.
Yes.
He played tackle
Late.
in college, but now he's playing guard in the NFL.
Nate, you're late, but you're always on time. Everybody know who you is, man.
What's up, man? Nate the Great from the great state of Texas, biggest Lions fan here in this area. Yeah, man, ready for an ass whooping today. How y'all feeling?
Feeling
You
great.
doing all right?
We high flying today.
Oh, I know. You always find high flying DaeDae. That boy be wearing shades when it's dark outside.
Hey, I'm gonna do a little right now on the show. Everybody hear your perspective.
Hey,
Yeah,
DaeDae, you gotta quit, man.
I gotta quit. What you mean I gotta quit?
Hey, you saw Snoop Dogg.
Oh, man, fuck that, bro.
Hey, he knows something. He knows something going on.
Don't be hating on the Snoop deal, double D, man. That's a G
bro.
right there.
When I find out what
Is he
that is,
really, though?
maybe I'll quit.
Is it really? Like, oh.
Yeah, when I
Yeah, I think it's fake. That looked fake to me, but whatever.
Yeah, I think it's cat, bro. I don't think that's true.
So, Nate, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions so we get you caught up.
What's up?
First off, how did you feel about the Bruce Irby signing?
I mean, we need another pass rusher. I mean, honestly, the pass rushers outside of Aiden have combined 4.5 sacks. That's pretty pathetic, man. I mean, I think all of us thought that was going to be a strength coming into the season, and they've been very disappointing. And honestly, man, I actually think Brad Holmes, like he did with the secondary, where he just, cut everybody out and drafted well and signed other players. I think that's going to happen in the offseason with the pass rushing. I think they're going to get rid of all these guys who don't do shit for us, and they're going to either draft some people or they're going to go make some sneaky signings. And so I think he's going to redo the whole pass rushing group in the offseason. But
he better.
yeah, but I mean, Bruce Irvin's got some bend, man. I like his game. He's 36 years old, so I don't know how much he's got left in the tank, but he's fast. So he's going to be twitchy on those tackles if he gets the burst. So anything can help Aiden, man. I mean, I know we talked about Aiden the last time, and yeah, Aiden's got to step it up, man. I don't give a fuck if he's 14 people double teaming his ass. If you want to be elite, you got to be able to get past that shit. And Aiden knows it. He's not dumb. He knows that he's in a slump right now, and he knows that he needs to get himself right. Yeah, hopefully he eats today, man. I really do. I think Justin Fields, is going to be tough, but I think Fields is not as smart as some of these other quarterbacks are, and I think he'll run into some sacks like he did the one time we played him last year. I think we had like 4 or 5 sacks on him. Houston had sacks, Pascal had sacks, Kaminsky had sacks. So I think he'll run into some sacks today.
Yeah, you answered the first 2 questions with your answer. So last question, what's your keys for golfing this offense? And I apologize, y'all. I am a father first because my kids come first, but she just woke up. So
what it is.
Run the fucking ball, man. I mean, that is our bread and butter. You got 2 dogs on the backs, and you got a great O-line even without Jonah today. Run the fucking ball, man, and just Goff do his thing, man. Just make good passes, make smart passes. Don't throw any of the bullshit dumbass passes. Like just run the ball, man, and get the ball to Amara and Laporta, man.
You don't think that, Nate? You don't think we come out high flying today? Because this Bears defense, Bears pass defense is fucking poop, bro. It's awful.
That is true, and you look at the Chargers, dude. The Chargers had a top rush defense coming in against us, and we shredded that shit. I think that we probably set the tone by running the ball early, and I think that that opens up Laporta and St. Brown. Like I said, y'all, I don't expect this game to be close. I think if the Lions are serious about being now the number 1 seed, and yes, I did say the number 1 fucking seed.
Yes.
It's time.
Tell them, Nate. Tell them, Nate.
It's time to take the big the baby pants off and put the big boy pants on. It's time to whoop some ass and take some names. And I think that the Lions going forward, man, they're going to be favored in almost every game. So it's time to show them what we're about and that we're not going anywhere.
I think the only game we won't be favored in is Dallas.
Yeah, because being on the road, but I'm sure it's probably going to be like a 1 or 2 points maybe at most. But Dallas hasn't been playing well either, dude. They've been playing like dog shit themselves. They've just been beating up on bad teams.
That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do today. Good teams beat up on bad teams.
We're at fucking home, dude. We're at fucking home, man. There's no reason to lose to the Bears. There's no reason to lose to the fucking Packers. Now, if we're on the road in a situation, anything could happen. But when you're playing at home, you got to defend the turf. You know that Ford Field's going to be fucking rocking. Yo, the division championship is right here for us, y'all. Like, it's right there, man. Have you ever seen Indiana Jones? We're right there to get that fucking whatever the hell it is. We're almost there, guys. We've got through the doom of whatever, Temple of Doom and all that shit. We're right there. We just got to fucking keep the pedal on the metal, run the fucking ball, don't turn over the ball, and for God's sake, get some damn sacks. We got to get some more sacks, man.
So, Nate, I want to go back to you saying that Holmes wants to revamp this D-line. After this year, we're losing half of our edge rushers.
Well, that's going to help, too, because then you don't have to worry about
trading.
They're there on the team, but they ain't doing shit.
Yeah, exactly. So they're basically going to be gone already. Like, Big V's done with us. He's not going to be back next year. So they're already helping us out. But I'm telling you, I think that Holmes is going to redo that whole pass rushing group. I think the only one that's probably the mainstay is either Pascal, because they like Pascal, and Aiden. I think everybody else is adios.
I think everyone else is on their contract here this year. So
doesn't Kaminsky have like a 3-year? Doesn't Kaminsky have like a 3-year deal, 2-year deal?
Oh yeah, Kaminsky. Yeah, you got Kamish. Yeah, so you got Kamish, you got Pascal, and you got fucking Aiden. Yeah, you got those 3 guys. I think everybody else is gone.
We still have Houston, but We still have Houston, but that depends on if he comes back and plays well, because he is on a contract year 2.
Yeah, Houston's got to show something, man. I mean, he really does.
He's been
like,
hurt. You can't hold that against him.
No,
No,
I'm saying if he
no, it's
comes-
true.
He's got to show us something. He's been hurt. Give
And
him
he
a
was
break.
and he was utilized the wrong way. I mean, I think all of us don't want to see Houston in pass coverage. We want to see him rushing the passer.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I don't-
AG got that right.
I don't mind seeing him in a little bit of pass coverage, like short, like intermediate, or like no, just short routes, but not 30 yards down the field, bro. No.
Yeah.
No.
I tell you one guy to watch out for who's been like a fucking stud on this defense is Anzalone. I could definitely see them blitzing Anzalone a lot in this game against Field, straight up the middle. So if you got Aiden on one side, you got Kamish or whoever Pascal on the other side, you're gonna close the pocket. But if you're gonna rush fucking Anzalone, he's gonna have to either dump it off quick or his ass is gonna get sacked because everybody else is gonna close the pocket. You know, so I could definitely see us doing that.
Yeah, I agree on that. That's one of the things I was watching the film last night, and that's one of the things that kept on popping off the film. Like I knew he was fast, but that dude was every fucking where, man. That game against the Chargers.
Yeah, he's been playing ball. He's been playing balls out, man. Like he's number 1 linebacker in coverage. Who the fuck saw that happening?
Dan
I
Campbell.
don't know.
Yeah, Dan.
Yeah.
Better than
Yeah.
Roquan, better than all your main linebackers. He is the number 1 linebacker in coverage.
Ahead of Fred Warner too.
Yeah, PFF came out with that graphic.
Number 1, sir.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, that's
Almost
a
a
PFF.
90 grade.
So this week for us, for standing wise, we want the Chiefs to win. We'll have a 3-way tie for first in the league.
Chiefs. I don't think Chiefs win that.
You don't think so?
No, that's Philly.
I think the Eagles have been playing like dog shit, man. They've just been beating up on bad quarterbacks.
That's why I'm
I
saying.
think they're gonna get a good dose of Pat Mahomes, man, and they got some tough teams coming up, man. So this is where the Lions got to win, and hopefully the Eagles lose. But then you got the Niners too. The Niners are trying to turn it around too. So you know,
Is the game in Philly? Is it in Philly or is it in Kansas City?
No, it's in Kansas City.
It's in Kansas City. Hey man,
Kansas City, they might have it. They might win that game.
And then next week, Eagles have the 49ers. So this could be 2 weeks of Eagles losing. I mean, first NFC, and then maybe second in the NFL, or unless
I mean, I have a theory on who they want in the Super Bowl, because if you watch the Cincinnati and Baltimore game, fucking Andrews goes out for the year. That's a huge weapon loss for the Ravens on a really cheap tackle, in my opinion. They need to get rid of that tackle.
The hip tackle. The hip roll tackle or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Ronnie Stanley or whatever.
It's just as bad as the horse collar, man. They got to get rid of that fucking tackle. Second of all, Burrow fucking throws his elbow out, so he's out for the year. So who's the big threats for the Chiefs? The Ravens and the Cincinnati both took huge hits. So Chiefs are pretty much, unless they fuck up, they're pretty much going to be in the Super Bowl again. And then the Eagles on the other side, if you watch Eagles games, man, they never get calls, bro. I mean, they never get calls against them. They always fucking hold their players. They always pull and tag on them on the secondary. Never get calls. So my theory is that the NFL wants the Eagles and Chiefs rematch because it was such a good game last year, and so it's our job to fuck it up and take it. But I'm just telling you right now, like, it's gonna be hard for the Eagles to lose games because they got the rest in the back of their pocket.
You gotta play villains. And take
I said we gotta go take it. We gotta go take it. So
take it.
That's the only way it fucks it up. They don't want to see Detroit in the Super Bowl. They want to see Philadelphia because they got a bigger fan base. They got a crazier fan base. They got the ratings and all that. They're not ready for Detroit. But I'm telling you, man, it's our job to go fuck it up, man.
I don't know, bro. It's been well documented that our fans have traveled to every stadium they played in.
They've come
national media. The national media has picked up on it, bro. Like, so you never know, man. The NFL might like that too.
But you think about from the revenue standpoint, do they rather see the Lions and Chiefs in the Super Bowl as a rematch, or do you think they'd rather see the Eagles and Chiefs in the Super Bowl as a rematch?
Man, the Lions are the lovable losers. Everybody knows how bad the Lions are. We make it to the Super Bowl, bro. That shit is gonna be packed
Yeah,
from
I bet
fans
you.
everywhere, bro. That would be.
Home
I
Michigan
guarantee.
might
I
It's a
guarantee,
story,
bro.
bro.
The stadium would be 3/4 blue, and then whatever the other
Oh,
team's colors
man.
were, bro. I
Bro.
guarantee it.
I might not be able to make the game, but I sure as fuck will be in Vegas if the Lions play Super Bowl. I will find a way outside that stadium to
No,
go
I'd
watch
rather
my
be in
Lions.
Detroit after a Super Bowl win. Things
Yeah.
are going crazy.
Either one, man. It'll be fun. But yeah, it basically what I'm saying is it's our job to go win the games you need to win. If you want to be the number 1 seed, you want the Super Bowl to go through Detroit, you got to win your games. Simple as that. And you got to hope and pray the other ones lose. But that's not our choice. We just take care of what we got in front of us. And that's it.
That's what we got to do this year. We didn't do that last year. We got to take care of ourselves.
Exactly. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing.
relied on too many teams at the end of the season.
I mean, we control our own destiny, man. I mean, the Eagles are going to lose games. The 49ers, I don't know what the 49ers schedule is, but the 49ers are going to lose games. We have one of the easiest schedules the rest of the way. So we got to fucking show up and dominate. It's not just win, just dominate. We got to dominate. It's our time to shine.
You got preseason schedule coming up, man. That's crazy. Sorry,
Yeah.
I've been trying to flip screens
No,
and
you're good.
everything else.
Hey,
Let's get our
I just
game
noticed-
predictions.
before we
bet
get
that and
to
everything else
predictions,
like that.
I just noticed 2 years in a row, 2 teams that have been in the Super Bowl have hosted the draft. So,
Which teams is that, Keegan? What is that? What do you mean?
Cincinnati
Kansas City.
and Kansas City.
Yep. You're right. 100% right on that.
So
That's crazy.
we hosting
If
the
you
hosting
dig
the draft.
conspiracy theories, maybe Detroit's next.
Yeah.
That'd be
It's our time,
I don't know
baby.
what I'm gonna do.
It's
if the
our
Lions win the
time.
Super Bowl, man. I'm not gonna be.
It's our
I'm gonna
time.
be inebriated for like a month. I'm gonna go do my fuck you tour.
Hey,
in
D.
all 50 states.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you take the show real quick while I get my hair situated.
You good?
Doing game
all right.
predictions.
All right, yeah, put the game predictions thing up.
Shit. I'm
All
gonna
right,
say
Nate,
30,
go first.
I'm gonna
Go
say
first.
31-17 Lions. I don't think it's gonna be close. I think we win by 2 tugs.
You think we give up 17 points to the Bears?
I
You
mean,
think
Herbert's back.
Fields gets one of
Herbert's
those?
back, and I think Fields gets us for maybe a big play to more. I don't want to say it. I mean,
I think that's imminent. I think Fields does have a big play against us today. He always does. He always does.
because
We have a
he
problem.
can
We have
escape
a problem
and we'll,
with running quarterbacks.
yeah, he can escape, and we'll probably bust the coverage in the back or something like that. But I still think the offense just rolls. Like I think with 2 tugs, for sure.
All right, Leo.
I'm gonna do 37-21 Lions.
Ooh,
I think that Lions run game starts off, and then I think J-Mo and Amon-Ra and them boys start to have a field day.
let's go, man.
Keegan.
I'm gonna say it's a blowout. 37-10.
Woo!
Damn. Okay.
I mean, the
Let's
last
go.
time they played,
Let's go.
what was the score last time they played in Detroit? It was like fucking 41-10 or something like that. We whooped the shit out of them, so it's possible.
I'm gonna say Monty 2 touchdowns and Laporta and St. Brown with a touchdown.
Look at Keegan. Keegan said everybody's gonna score. Let your nuts hang.
Yeah.
Everybody's
you
gonna
go.
eat, man. Everybody's gonna eat before Thanksgiving. We're all gonna eat.
Bro.
Let's go.
They're gonna throw a pass to Panay, bro.
Hey, let's go. Mike, what you got?
2 pick sixes. By
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with y'all, man. I think it's gonna be a good one for us. I'm gonna go 34-21 Lions. Will Harris with 1 pick six though, not 2.
Okay, just one. I got
Mike, don't tell nobody else that, man.
Wait a minute. Mike, did you just say Will Harris pick 6?
Will Harris pick 6, man. You gonna get in on it.
That means
It
somebody
might-
gotta go. That means somebody gotta go out for him to come in.
Bro.
No, I'm taking Brian Branch with a pick 6, not Will Harris.
Hey, Mike, 4 drinks in. Mike is 4 drinks in, bro. He locked in, bro.
Mike will forever be remembered me as the 2 Will Harris.
Might be drinking early, man. For real.
Mike is locked in, bro.
Might be drinking early.
Hey, I don't care if it's Cam
My
or if
game
it's Hey, if it's number 1 or if it's number 23 on the screen, I'm gonna say that's number 25, man. That's what my eyes gonna be telling me.
Man, yeah. All your numbers is twisted. Don't let Mike be your accountant. You know that shit ain't gonna bounce back, right?
Yeah. Mike, you ain't doing no math for me, man. That's for damn sure.
DaeDae,
did you get your score prediction?
I got 45-17.
Woo! Man,
Yeah,
damn.
45?
Yeah, 45.
Damn.
Bro, I said we're gonna come out high flying, bro, and I think we fucked that pass defense up. Man, that pass defense is fucking shit.
How many
outside of
tugs you
Jalen
got for
Johnson?
Goff?
3. Yeah.
The hell with Jalen Johnson, bro. The hell with that guy.
Yeah.
Did J-Mo get one?
Yeah. I'll give J-Mo one. I got J-Mo for fly. I say J-Mo for 50 yards and a touchdown today.
Hopefully he don't get called back, man. I feel bad for the guy. He gets plays called back all the time.
Hey, Ben Johnson, you get a tutty. You get a tutty. You get a tutty. You get a tutty.
Hutch gets a pick 6.
Oh, that'd be great.
If Hutch can get a sack,
have a couple sacks.
Hutch gets 1 sack today. I'll give Hutch 1 sack.
Whoa. The real question is, if he gets a pick 6, from what position?
Sam linebacker.
Sam linebacker.
He picks it off with his one hand and takes it.
Hey, man, that discussion was so disgusting, man. Because I was racking my brain, like, when was he at linebacker? What is he talking about?
Hey, he's played everywhere when he was he played both when he was at Michigan.
Yeah, but we're talking about
he was talking about Detroit last year, and then Leo, you remember when DaeDae showed the play he was talking about?
Yeah, bro.
I'm like, he was at corner. What did you talk about? He all the way on the sideline. Who played linebacker? Who played linebacker out of bounds?
Hutch has got better hands than some fucking receivers do.
Hey, bro, on that play, it looked like Hutch came from the sidelines. Like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be in.
Yeah, right.
Right. He wasn't that linebacker. We asked him. That's why I asked. I said I could have sworn they played 4-2-5 last year. Meaning they had 2 inside backers, man.
Yeah,
they did.
Wasn't no Sam linebacker.
They did.
Oh man. All right, so who's your offensive MVP
score
today?
prediction? Because
I forgot.
I tried to
go.
His mic off.
But I tried to do a show. I tried to do a show with a bunch of Bears fans today, and they all backed out. So 42-0.
Oh.
Oh.
I'd love a fucking shutout, bro. That would be happy.
And then they're gonna be crying like this.
Bear down.
Bears fans gonna be crying like,
bear down.
Yeah.
Hey, that'd be beautiful. That's a beautiful sight to see right there. If they crying like that.
Hell yeah.
That shit they be talking on Twitter.
Kings of the North, Justin Fields MVP.
I had to say about scrolling through TikTok, I see those guys singing parodies about Chicago. So if we blow them out, I see him burning that guitar.
You know what the funniest thing about our fan base is, or the whole NFC North fan base is, everybody's the loudest, and we're just keeping winning. You ain't hear say shit about what we're saying. We're just letting it go. Hey, we'll dance and cheer when we're number 1 in the division, or when we win our division championship. Like, everybody else has been talking loud, and the loudest never wins.
Correction, we have been talking shit. Lions fans been talking shit this year. The players may not be talking shit. Lions fans be talking shit.
I talk shit, bro. I talk shit out there.
I just spray paint Lions on Packers fans' doorsteps and everything. All types of shit, bro.
Well, that's our rivals. When people come to me and say, "Hey, How about them Lions? I'm like, yeah, man, appreciate
No,
it. You know,
Neil.
I get all the love, man. I appreciate that.
Neil, I would spray paint a dumpster on Green Bay's doors.
Dumpster
They have the
fire.
color of a dumpster.
Yeah. Well, we got to win those dumpster fires.
Yeah, I've been talking a lot of shit.
So
Man,
DaeDae, to piggyback off what you were saying, who y'all got y'all key players of the game being on offense, DaeDae?
Yeah. Mine's Goff, because I think, like I said, I'm sticking with it. I think we come out high flying today. Mine's Goff, and this O-line's got to play good today. If you give Goff time, he's going to carve these defensive backs up today. Because they said, they don't really have anybody we got to worry about. Okay.
Control sweat, man. Sweat.
Okay, here we come. We're going to show you what we got. The fuck you mean? We're going to show you what we got. Goff going to torch y'all.
Let's go.
Goff's coming to claim the MVP today.
let's
Bold
go.
statement there. Hey, it could happen, man. If he runs off all these wins in the next 7 or 6, 7, 8 games, you got to put him in the MVP talk. You have to. Just by the record itself.
Goff's gonna have 400 today. Goff
was 7th in betting favorites for MVP.
Hey, Nate, who called that shit at the beginning of the year, though, about Goff being MVP?
You did.
You.
He can do it, bro. He can do it.
He can.
I mean, they win the division, and it's the first time they've won in 20-something years. I mean, he deserves consideration for sure.
Leo, man, who you got your key players of the game being on offense?
Look, bro, in the St. Brown Bowl, we got to go with Amon-Ra. You know he's going to want to show out and talk a gang of shit on his show to his brother.
Oh, every day, man. Every day talk shit to that guy.
I think his brother's going to be on the Lions eventually, watch.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, now that you brought up his show, they interviewed Monty, and Monty said out for that play that they gave Gibbs. He gave Gibbs that touchdown.
Yeah, I say that. Yeah.
Mike, man, who you got? What's your key players for the game, Mike? Key players of the game.
I'm gonna go with Goff. And I'm gonna go with Monty. I think Monty gonna get a touchdown or 2 today, and I think Goff is gonna be killing it through the air.
Let's go.
Think he gets 400?
Hey, it's a possibility. I say he's at least getting that 300, 350 mark.
Yeah.
Nate the Great, what's your key players of the game, man, on offense?
Well, fucking Mike took fucking Monty, man. I was gonna do Monty. I'm gonna say
Somebody always taking your pick.
I know, right? Every time. I'm gonna say Laporta, man. Laporta's gonna ball out today. I say he's gonna go for at least about 100 yards and 2 tugs. The guy's unstoppable, man. Like, he's just becoming one of the better tight ends in the NFL, and he's only a rookie. And on defense, I'm gonna throw a wild card to you. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say Charles Harris. I think Charles Harris is a couple.
Take it back. Take it back right now, Nate. Take it back.
I didn't say Will Harris. I said Charles Harris.
A couple sacks.
They ain't that much off.
Yeah, I think that Aiden's gonna get a lot of attention like he always does, and I think that Charles Harris he's gonna eat today. Keep those receipts, Neil, so I can get my flowers. You didn't get my flowers last time about Gibbs. I told y'all, man. Everybody gonna be talking about Gibbs after that fucking game. Did I not say that shit?
Yeah.
I've been telling y'all all year that he can run the ball up the middle, though. So you'll get flowers for that.
Yeah.
That was his breakout game. So, yeah, I'm gonna say Charles Harris, and I'm gonna say Laporta.
Laporta.
For sure.
Sammy. I call him Sammy. Sammy. Yeah, Sammy.
Any hot topics anybody want to talk about real quick?
Skipped over me.
I'll say this, man, because I know
somebody didn't go.
Yeah,
Somebody didn't go.
Yeah, I'll go.
My bad, Keegan. My bad.
You get,
Hold on, Nate.
Okay.
well, Nate kind of took both my offensive players. I was going to say Monty, but my nickname is Sam La Playa.
Mhm.
I said that earlier. It's La Playa. Yeah, I like that. La Playa.
That ain't better than the porta potty because he be shitting on
Yeah.
niggas. Don't be trying to come over and take me.
I like
I
that.
already did.
I like that.
That guy's just a dude.
Because I got this
Man.
baby in my hand. Don't make him gangster. Like, you just go take my sample and make it something else.
Okay,
Any hot topics, man?
yeah, I got one.
Finally heard.
So I love my Lions, man. I don't always love the fan base because the fan base be bipolar as fuck. And I think that, when we win, we get too high, and when we lose, we get too low.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And the reality is that, just looking at a lot of people talking on the fan bases, man, like I think that, this whole AG slander is too much, man, because the reality is that we got a top rush defense. I know our pass defense hasn't been great, but you got to think about it. When your defense is so good on the run, what else are they fucking going to do? They're going to throw the ball. So those numbers are a little inflated. I think we have a good secondary. I think we do need to get better pass rushing. There's no doubt about that because you want to make those impact plays, whether it's sacks or turnovers. But I think we got to stop the slander with AG, man. I mean, the reality is that, Ben Johnson's thrown some bad games, and he's thrown some good games.
Mhm.
And we don't shit on Ben Johnson as much as we shit on AG. And AG has won us some
100%.
AG's won us some fucking games this year. He's won us the Falcons. He's won us the Bucks. He's won us the Green Bay Packers early. I mean, and when the offense wasn't doing dog shit, and the defense held their ground, got turnovers, got the ball back to us. Like, we got to understand that this is fucking complimentary football. And this Lions team is not 7-2 without the defense, and it's not 7-2 without the offense and the special teams. And so
I agree.
100%, bro. Mic drop.
And let's judge the coach when the season's over and where we stand. I stand with this team. I believe in Brad Holmes. I believe in Dan Campbell. I believe in Sheila Hamp. I believe in AG, and I believe in fucking Ben Johnson. And this team is only going to go.
You just sound like you believe in miracles today.
Hey, let's go, man.
Hey, I agree with Nate. Now, I'll tell you this, Neil. I was disappointed coming into this show because we got a couple guys that's been on that AG bandwagon as far as him being to blame and him not being as great as he should be. And they disappeared because I came prepared.
No,
I came prepared today.
One of them's at the game, Mike. I forgot. I just remember who the other one was. Yeah, he's at.
Okay,
yeah,
I got you. I came prepared today, man, because I've been prepared the last couple of weeks when they come in here with bogus numbers that's not even real. So yeah. I was triply prepared today, but they ain't show up. So whatever.
And one thing I'll add to this, and I've said this so many times to people that always blame AG for the scheme. Listen, AG ain't out there playing fucking defense, man. The players are playing defense, and if the players aren't executing, that's not all AG's fault. It's like coaching.
Exactly.
You can coach your players up all day on what to do right and what not to do, and it's the players that can fuck it up. And so they need more accountability because, like I said, this is all a whole pie. AG might be half of it, but the players are the other half, and you can't have one without the other. So the reality is, if you blame the AG, you better turn around and fucking blame the players.
Exactly, because those players they be loving on. I watched that 22 last night, and nobody on the line besides Hutchinson was winning any of their pass rush. They didn't get no pass rush wins in that tape. All that tape.
Nope.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't think it's one or the other.
Nate, I would like to say welcome to the AG team. Because we've been arguing about AG.
Go ahead, Leo.
I just think it's both. Like, you can't sit there and just single out one or the other. Like,
that's what I'm saying. You can't have one without the other. That's what I'm saying.
Player and coach needs to sit there and get on the same page.
Exactly.
And if it's not, then make them look. Today's a really kind of tells the story, right? I mean, you got Levi that's sitting today, and Broderick Martin. Those are two draft picks, high draft picks that the Lions invested in, and they're not working out. And so AG is probably like, hey, like I get that they were number 2 or second round draft picks and all this, but if they're not working out, I need somebody. And so you see the front office go out and they get, the kid from Dallas. So look, man, like they all got to sit there and be on the same page. If those guys have got to grow or whatever, but they're not panning out, then cut your losses. That's one thing about like the Patriots would sit there and do is that they would sit, no matter how high they were, they would cut their losses. Like, and I think that they got to really evaluate where they are as a team.
That's what I love about this Lions team, more so this year than in any past years, is that they always say you got to earn your keep and you got to eat what you kill. And the fact is, if you're not eating, it's because of you. It's not because of us. It's because of you. And we're going to find somebody else who will eat more than you will. And so it's all about competition, man. And I love it that if you're not giving your share and you're not doing your job, we'll find somebody else who does your fucking job. That's it.
If you're not doing your job, you can step up in a different way. Like J-Mo been blocking, just saying.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go back.
Else.
But those are team players. When you're a team player, you do whatever it takes to get the win. When J-Mo gets interviewed, he says, what's his first thing he says? He's like, I don't care about my stats. I don't care about my personal goals. I just want to win. There you go. I want to win. You want to hear that. You love that. That's it. Aiden, same way. I don't care about my sacks. As long as we get a fucking win, who gives a shit?
I want to go back to what Leo said, that Martin is not paying out. He hasn't really had a shot. They keep healthy scratching him. And
Because he's not good enough to get on the field.
Well, he's still
when
learning,
we hear stuff from Campbell, he's giving Broderick Martin praise in the pressers.
Yeah, I don't think nobody's giving up on Broderick Martin. I don't think Leo's giving up on Broderick Martin. We're just saying 3rd round pick and you can't even get on the field. He's only been on the field one game and limited snaps at that. That's kind of a waste. So that's one of the things I bring up for the people that blame AG all the time too. Like, what about the players? Like Leo said, that's a 2nd round pick. That's a 3rd round pick. That's not even playing. That's been inactive multiple games, and we're picking up people off the scrap heap and putting them in games. Like, you got to give AG some leeway with that.
That says more about the staff than anything, man. They see something that we don't see, and the reality is we don't know shit. We're not coaches, we don't work in the NFL, so you can't discredit what they're doing, because they know more than you do in their finger than you know in your whole brain. If you were that good, you'd be in the fucking NFL coaching, and none of us are worthy of that, So
I got felonies charges. That's why I'm not there. I could have been a coach.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go there, but I'm just saying, man. None of us are fucking coaches, man. So none of us know a damn thing about anything. Like, these coaches are there for a reason. They've been through the wars. They've brought them their way up, and you can't say that you know more than they do, because you don't.
Especially when they're former players too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've never played the fucking NFL in my life.
You can't tell me that I don't know more than them. How you gonna tell me that I don't know more than them?
Hell yeah.
I play
That's
man.
what I'm talking about. I know a lot. I know a lot of shit, bro.
Call me up right now. I'll win a game.
Yeah. It just shows, though, just based off of their moves, it really shows. I mean, we've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks now, with the defense, and it does show competence in the front office with AG. So AG's not going nowhere. I'm pretty sure his voice is heard. It's all over the film. You know what I mean? So it's, if he's voicing, hey, I need guys, thank God that the Lions got the front office all worked out to where they'll listen to the coaches and get them the things that they need.
Like Enrique?
What if he comes out today and totally shits the bed?
Who?
The defense.
I mean, it's a possibility. We struggle against Bears
just carve us up.
Yeah, you can't lose to the Bears. Everybody gets fired.
That would be hard.
Everybody got to be fired. We lose to the Bears.
That would be.
It'd be hard to swallow, but it would point to what I said last week on the pregame show. I said it's the first line of the defense that's hanging the 2nd and 3rd line of defense out the drive, man. Yeah, anytime they are looking shaky, it's mainly because the line ain't getting their job done. Like, you can't expect people to be covering for 2 minutes every play, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to think. I'd like to think that after getting shredded by Lamar Jackson, that I think that AG will have some new stuff to throw at Justin Fields, and they're not even near each other at any level of any situation. Maybe the fact that they could both run, that's about it. But I would definitely, if I'm AG, I am letting Fields throw all fucking day, all he wants, and I am playing 1-on-1 or man on my receivers on the receivers, and I'm just not letting Fields get out of the pocket. That's the main one.
But I think that's an AG thing. Even back to Gino, like they didn't play that right, and so that's a scheme thing. So he's gonna get AG's gonna get tested really early, if with Fields. So and they've got to get that read option stuff down.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. We struggle against running fucking quarterbacks, but like I've told y'all before, man, that's the way the NFL's going, and everybody struggles against running quarterbacks nowadays. Because the reality is, when you got a quarterback that can run as good as he can throw, how the fuck are you supposed to scheme against that? You say
I'm not buying that, Nate. I ain't gonna buy that because I've seen guys sit there and really take that away now. Especially since they're sending two guys on the same side, one for the running back and one for the quarterback. So I'm not going to buy that, man. Like as a coach, you got to sit there and adapt. And it's not like this is a new concept. This has been in here for quite some time. So
but the thing is that like not every quarterback that can run really well can throw the ball at a high level too. You watch that Lamar Jackson as a guy who is an anomaly because the guy is now a really good passer and also can still beat you with his legs. And Justin Fields is a perfect example. Justin Fields is a great runner, horrible thrower. Okay, the guy couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. So the reality is that you have to scheme against his weakness, and his weakness is throwing the fucking football. Now, if he starts shredding you left and right, then you got to make some adjustments. But I don't buy this whole mentality that, oh, all you got to do is blitz. Because, like, I'll give you an example. If you watch the Chargers game, if we would have blitzed a lot against Herbert, you know what Herbert would have done? He would have dumped it off to Eckler. We probably would have lost the game because he would have burned it so many times. Because Eckler's that type of dude that it's like, dude, if you blitz me, I can just drop it off to a guy like Eckler. And that's why they didn't blitz as much. Because Herbert is a fucking good thrower, man. And he can actually dump those things off. So you gotta pick and choose your moments when you want to blitz.
Hey, Nate, that was an excellent point because I was going to bring that up for the two guys. I was expecting to be on the show because they've been on the show consistently because they always say AG doesn't blitz. And I was going to point out to them, look, I watched all 22 last night and I counted on the dropbacks, I counted 32%, and it would have jumped up to 39%, but 3 of them plays got flagged, so they didn't count. So he did try to blitz, and I would have also brought up the Vikings when they played them. They blitzed 80% of the time, and Herbert lit them up worse than he lit us up. So he had one less touchdown than us, but he had another 100 yards passing. He passed for over 400 yards against them, blitzing 80% of the time. So that's not always the answer.
And when you got a running back who like Eckler, who all you got to do is dump it off and the guy can take it to the house, you got to be careful what you're doing because if you don't get home and he gets the ball to Eckler, who's going to guard Eckler? You already sent most of your players to the quarterback and you didn't get home.
Exactly.
Those linebackers that you didn't send on the blitz.
I don't know, man. Eckler against any linebacker can fucking make somebody look dirty, man.
Right, I mean, because you got to think, because if you send 5, that means you got 6. So I mean, and if you send more than 5, that means you got 5 out there. And Eckler is pretty shifty, even at this age. He still can get past one person and be off to the races. So that's not always the answer at all.
Exactly.
So
Got a question. Did we get over 200 all-purpose rushing yards this day?
Who?
I'm gonna say more.
I'm gonna say
Us?
because I think we are getting the ball. I agree with DaeDae. I think that Goff has one of those games where I think as you watch this offense evolve and when you're putting the new pieces in like Laporta, J-Mo's coming along, you're going to bring Peoples in today. You're going to see this offense become more and more lethal from the air because now Goff is playing with a lot of chess pieces that he didn't have before, and it's like going to a candy store. You got all your flavors to choose from. So I definitely think that you're going to see Ben Johnson be creative more in his offensive plays, along with just running the football. We're still going to run the football, but I don't think we're going to run it at that clip. I think that we're going to pass the ball a little bit higher. So that's my opinion.
Two more questions and we can head out of here. How many turnovers y'all think we're going to have on defense? Talk to you, DaeDae.
I could see 2. 2.
Yeah, that's my
Two.
prayer. 2.
2.
You
A
over there with
fumble
your
and a
toe
pick.
out like you each.
Same. I agree with Nate. I was gonna say fumble. Too. I'm gonna say a Fields fumble. We can get
What
that
about you, Neil?
pressure.
Yeah, my prayer is 2, like DaeDae.
Give me 2.
Mike?
I'm gonna go with a few. I'm gonna go with 3.
Oh, I like that.
It happened.
I told y'all.
Well, he's got that Will Harris
Bears
pick
fans
6
play
in
me
there,
this week,
so you
so-
gotta have that.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one y'all ain't counting. That's the one y'all ain't counting,
Hey,
right?
I don't know if y'all watch the Lions games, and every time the offense has the ball, I always say pick 6. So it's gonna stick at some point. It's gonna come. I just
Yeah,
know
I say it every once in a while myself. During
Yeah,
like, it's a
especially when
pick
it's
6
direct.
right here. It's a pick.
I say
I feel
pick
like
6
you
when
can
it's
have-
due.
We're going to have 5 turnovers today. Because
Five?
and 7 sacks. Fuck the Bears.
Bro, yeah.
Boy, Neil's mad. don't diss Neil on the show.
Damn, lines for 70, bro. Wait, we're talking, bro. Lines for
We
70.
gonna pull out
It could-
win game.
It could get ugly, man. There's no doubt. I don't expect this thing to be close at all.
It shouldn't be. In reality, it shouldn't be.
Our talent is so much better than theirs.
We should handle this game easily. We don't want to come out looking like Michigan. We don't want to come out looking like Michigan did yesterday. Play like ass against Maryland.
They still got the win.
Yeah, Georgia ass.
Bro, we
Georgia
blew
fought.
out Tennessee. We blew out Tennessee. We've blown out like 3 top 15 teams in a row, bro.
Georgia and Bama's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna fuck Bama up too, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna
Michigan's got to worry how they're gonna be Ohio State.
It's in the big house, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I give Michigan the up on that.
I better play better than they did yesterday.
They were looking forward. They were looking ahead.
So
Yeah,
what
Maryland tried.
So what I've been hearing today is that Michigan is an old school playbook, so that no teams would Ohio State wouldn't see their game plan against them.
This is the game. This Michigan OSU game is the game that Michigan is going to show that they miss Harbaugh. It's going to show. If Michigan wins, they're going to squeak this out. I don't think they fuck Ohio State up. It's going to be a close game.
Yeah.
Yeah. JJ got to come out looking like the first round draft pick.
When Ohio State win.
Say he is. No,
Hey,
y'all
I'm kind
ain't
of
winning.
curious. Mike, you said you watched the all 20.
When Ohio State win.
Mike, you said you watched the all 22 of the game.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I did.
How's my boy Rodrigo looking at fullback?
Mike,
I haven't heard a lot from him.
Man, they didn't use him much. They only used him for about like 2 or 3 plays that I saw in there. But he looked great, man. That block that he had on the Gibbs touchdown, I think it was, that was phenomenal. He got Joey Bosa pretty good. That was probably the best fullback block this year on Detroit.
Yeah, man. I hope he stays in that role.
Wasn't Rodrigo a fullback when he had that huge hit?
So.
Are you talking about the hit on Bosa?
No.
No, on the Bucks.
On the Bucks?
No, that was
that was Reynolds. That was Craig.
Yeah.
But hey, man, at fullback, he looked pretty solid. He know what he's doing out there. It was another play where he didn't get the guy, but the play was pretty much over. But if it would have came to him, man, he would have had another nice block. But he looked pretty solid out there.
Yeah, Herman Moore. I think they were talking on the presser, and they said Herman Moore when he saw
That's
Rodriguez,
that natural
that boy looks
wrestling
like a
in him.
fullback. That's where they got the idea.
Yeah, he looked natural out there. I'm not gonna lie, he looked natural for those couple plays they did run him out there.
I mean,
He looks like he would have played running back in high school.
Hey, I want to see him. I want to see him get him a catch at one point to see if he can catch, because we all know Bandit can't catch worth a damn.
No.
the way he threw Kelsey on that play, you remember that play where he fucking picked him up and threw his ass on the ground? Like that.
Oh yeah, that hip toss. That shit was crazy. Even Kelsey gave him his respect after that.
Oh yeah, dude. I love Rodrigo, man. Let's go.
He's taking snaps away from Barnes. If you look at it, look at the snap count. He's taking snaps away from Barnes.
Yeah. Barnes is kind of tailed off a little bit, but he's still good on run fits. But I need to see more plays from him from turnovers, man. I need to see him force some turnovers. He hits.
Yeah, I did notice him out there a couple on the defensive snaps too, more than recent week.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we send Anzalone on a blitz. I wouldn't be surprised if we keep Campbell back there in the pass.
He needs to be back there.
Yes.
Yeah, Campbell's quietly really having a good season, man. Like his run fit.
You talking about the linebacker?
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like, I wasn't really paying attention to the linebacker because I was more so focused on the line and what they was doing and how many people they were sitting at Herbert. But when I was seeing Campbell on the plays where I was able to key on him, he wasn't as bad as the group chat was saying. The group chat was saying he was terrible out there. I didn't get that from watching the film at all.
No, they don't see the impact plays that he makes, but it's not just about the stats all the time. It's more about,
it's hard to judge a linebacker. It's hard to judge a linebacker, especially off of the live TV copy. But on the 22, he didn't look bad. But he wasn't my main focus. But when I did peek at him, he didn't look bad at all.
Yeah, I think a lot of Lions fans they look at something, and if the stats don't match up to what the eye test does, they freaking get all bent out of shape and go crazy.
Right. Like if he would have had something crazy like 12 tackles, they would have said he was phenomenal.
Right. Exactly.
Just because that's what the stat sheets tell you. But yeah, he didn't look bad to me. Looked like he knew what he was doing out there.
Yeah.
That's like when people kind of like dog on it's like when people dog. It's like when people dog on Bugs. Like, oh, he's not that good. Nah, you got to watch Bugs on the All-22.
He's impactful.
Yeah. But my final thoughts: just go handle business today, man. Just go handle business. It's another day at the office.
Act like the team you're number one in the division, man. Go show it.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Go handle business. 45-17. 45-17. Yeah.
That's still a high number, but hey, I fuck with it.
Hey, you put 45 points. I'm feeling pretty good on Monday. That's for damn sure.
Let's go.
And Bear fans be jumping off the cliff already, so I'm good.
Bears are fucking ass, bro. Cheeks. They are cheeks.
I know. Is Sewell's brother gonna play?
No.
Inactive. But all right, boys, I gotta get out of here.
All right,
Keegan, what's your final thoughts, Keegan?
Final thoughts? I'm gonna say everyone's getting a touchdown this week. 35-10. This has been the Bandit and Motor City Village. This has been the Bandit, and this is my very first show with Motor City Villains. Let's get this going, boys. Let's get this win.
Go Lions.
Yes, sir. Leo, what's your final thoughts, my man?
What?
And I appreciate you coming on today, man. Again, man, appreciate that.
Leo, you muted.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. My final thoughts is that our run game is gonna dominate, and over 200 yards of rushing for the run game, probably about 3 TDs at least minimum, and that's gonna catapult us to hopefully the number 1 spot in the league. So let's go.
If things fall into place, we're third. We're tied for first if things fall into place.
Mike, what's your final thoughts, my brother?
Man, my final thoughts is we gonna get this dub, man. That's all I care about. We're gonna get this win. Hopefully we see them unlock J-Mo a bit, man. That'd be fun to see, but that's all I got.
My final thoughts is I went and bought all these Lions shirts for all these kids. They better win today for real. Like, I hear real like shit expensive. Like, oh God, like support my team. Like, support us to win something. Better not lose to the Bears, man.
And also, that was a horrible call on Taylor Decker too to start that game off. That call was horrible.
I thought the Cam Sutton one was bullshit too on that 4th and goal.
Yeah, in the end zone. Yeah, that was weak to me too.
I think it was so bad they didn't even show a replay of it on the TV.
On a TV copy.
Yeah, I want to see the replay. They never showed it.
It looked weak on the 22, but I wanted to see a closer angle. But I don't remember seeing a replay on the TV copy either. Because either way, that looked like a weak call to me. It looked like it was very minimal, and that was going to be
push him out of bounds.
He didn't even push him out of bounds. Like he was towards the front of the end zone. Like I think he grabbed him, but I didn't see him grab him, pull him, or push him in a way that would have led to being called pass interference.
Little gentleman's touch.
Yeah, just a little bit. I thought that was very ticky-tacky, and that was going to be one of my points for the blame AG guys, because on that drive, they only got 3 drives. They scored. The problem is they scored touchdowns on all 3 drives in the second half, but that second drive, that you had that on 4th and goal where that would have been a stop, and then also before they even got there, I think they were on our 42. It was 3rd and 11. And we stopped them, but then Okora got caught for roughing the passer, and they also called intentional grounding on Herbert.
Yeah.
Which so that wiped out the play, and they got to do 3rd and 11 again, and we stopped them again. But then that play, Cam Sutton definitely did. It definitely was pass interference. So you had 2 3rd and 11s where the drive would have been over, but you had 2 defensive penalties.
And not to mention, dude, like freaking Keenan Allen's a dog, man. Y'all act like like AG just doesn't do shit, man. Keenan Allen did work, man. Like,
and they were moving him.
Allen played. That guy's a beast, bro.
They were moving him around too. People was talking about, well, just double him, just bracket him. He's everywhere. He's on one side of the field. He's on the other side of the field. He's in the slot. You never know where he's going to line up, so you can't just automatically double him.
Yeah, tell Jack Campbell that fucking Keenan Allen's trash, man. That guy was on the ground with that stiff arm, bro. That was dirty. That was fucking dirty.
Hey, what I realized is that when Jack Campbell is in at that same linebacker spot, Hutch hasn't really done anything. So if we move Campbell back to that middle, maybe Hutch will have a decent game.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody that came, man. For real, like I know today was kind of crazy. I got all the kids today, so like, hey, come on.
Hey, man, we love the kids, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're a family show, bro.
Raise them right, bro. Raise them right. They'll be taking your job later.
Hey, don't make them State fans or Ohio State fans, man. Make them Michigan fans, man. That's how you raise them.
Go Blue.
Bro. You ain't out no more. You ain't out. It's not just play. But I'm Bandit, man. I appreciate everybody that came. Everybody was in the chat. Everybody said something, man. Nate always showing up late, like the old uncle at the family reunion. But this is Nate Sports, man.
Great.
Better late than never, sir.
Yes, sir. But I appreciate everybody, man.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna head off of here and go pick up some beer real quick for these games.
Go Lions, baby.
Let's go.
We know that, Mike. We know that.
All right, y'all.
Mike lives right next door to the liquor store.
Holla.
Holla.